So I was casually online paying for my traffic ticket as usual. Just kidding, I'm not. And all of a sudden, I go on Twitter and I see an update from Logan Paul saying, "Where's the truth?" And he did a full response YouTube video right when I uploaded about Logan Paul and his Crypto Zoo project. So we are gonna watch this together and we're gonna react on this together. So let's start. Let's see what we're missing.
COFFEEZILLA. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
So I'm really excited to see what Logan Paul really had to say on every single thing that COFFEEZILLA mentioned in his 3-part series, because for one thing, COFFEEZILLA said he's been doing this investigation for over a year. That's one thing. Just to make sure everything is crystal clear so he wouldn't get anything supposedly wrong. So I've been waiting for this, uploaded 4 hours ago. Let's continue watching it.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, COFFEEZILLA tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in COFFEEZILLA's investigation. Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held...
Okay, so remember this guy? The developer that stole the code and went overseas and requested millions of dollars? So yeah, let's just watch it.
Hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other...
So the thing is with this right now, first reaction is like, then why did you hire him in the first place? Why? Where was the interview looking back at this guy's records, on his records, to like look up into it to see what his background is? Anyways.
Other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end,
I mean, right. Like, at this point, you know, it shouldn't surprise you. I don't know. Like, why is this surprising in any way?
30 engineers, I'm earning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible...
I really would like to know where he got that source, though.
...source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits? Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like...
I'm so glad you asked that question. I am so glad.
...like Zach Kelling. I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And sure...
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Can we just talk about this for a second? Right, you trusted your team, but it should always follow back through you. And I guess that's where you do blame yourself, Logan, but that's tough, man. That's tough. And it's just like, how did this slip through the team that costed you so much money? Dude, Logan's pissed. Let's keep watching.
Surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when...
So then why? Like, at this point, you had so many untrustworthy people that you just failed to look through? There were so many red flags in this in your project. That sucks.
When the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't
hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your
I mean, it was probably, I don't know. Like that could easily be a malfunction. I mean, that's a reel that you posted. I mean, I don't know for other people who invested in this crypto, maybe like had early access and maybe it didn't hatch. Maybe it was just a glitch. I don't know. That part, like, yeah, you can hatch. That's what it says, but did it really though?
fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one.
What did it say? CryptoZoo mods tell me cross-chain hatching at one point worked, but was so buggy it was shut down. Oh, see? That's exactly what I just said. I'm so good.
Point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
No, it's just a picture.
And surely a real internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal,
All right, invasion of privacy. Penal Code 632 PC defines a crime of eavesdropping as using an electronic amplifying or recording device to listen in on another person's confidential communication. The offense can be prosecuted as either misdemeanor or felony and carries maximum sentence up to 3 years in jail. Note that California is a two-party consent state. This means all parties to a telephone call or conversation must give their consent before someone can record it. Dang, son. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, we don't know if he got consent or not. That's wild.
post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation.
I mean, Logan has some faults in hiring like these people with these red flags, but I mean, we're about to find out the biggest truth right now.
However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made...
Which COFFEEZILLA proved true. And then Eddie and Mr. Crypto King were out for sure. True or not, definitely he can't say because it's an investigation.
Nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss
Not cleared from, yeah, clearly. Yeah, makes sense. Like 100%.
much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information.
I just wanted to pause for dramatic effect.
See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me and our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a...
Which is like, holy cow, dude. Like, insane. I mean, of course he's going to take the heat when you're staying quiet, but he was just gathering up the evidence to prove himself.
defamatory hit piece, fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself and your 10 million.
I mean, I really don't think he fully knew that Logan Paul was innocent. I mean, listen, Logan Paul for years and years put on this redemption phase, which honestly, like, you know, pretty good, like pretty tight, I'm gonna say, you know, pretty tight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people will have that judgment.
$1 studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And
He's finna get sued.
maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally, not my manager Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve.
So, okay. So, fine. First 2 times through your manager Jeff. Fine. Don't you and Jeff talk after this? I mean, I don't know. It's true. Like, he has a point as well. Reach out to Logan directly, but he also, that Logan blocked COFFEEZILLA, right? So he reached out to Jeff. I mean, that was the whole point, that Logan blocked COFFEEZILLA. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that could have been a reason that why he didn't reach out to you. But at the same time, you can't block people by email. I don't know, right? It's a he said, she said in the end.
After the fact was, to me, you have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you...
I mean, yeah. Like, yeah.
led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, COFFEEZILLA. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Sheesh. This is wild, son. This is wild. Crazy stuff. Dude, not even 1 million views yet. I just realized this has no ads. Oh, wow. So what is the full response on this? Logan Paul, I'm really happy that he actually made this video in response. I mean, he had to make a response quickly because COFFEEZILLA did this 3-part series. Insanity. Absolute insanity. I mean, here's the thing, right? One, to discuss the red flags that Logan Paul has been through with his developer and the lead developer, I guess, with Eddie Ibanez and Zach, the guy who has multiple felonies. I mean, come on, you have a team this big, they didn't catch his red flags. I don't know, right? I mean, it doesn't conclude to say that Logan Paul is a scammer, but at the same time, it's like, dude, how... I don't want to say lazy, but how lazy can you get, right? And then there is one other thing that Logan Paul has done before. He apparently was also involved in a cryptocurrency called Dink Doink, which is like a failed crypto. I mean, honestly, the stock for Dink Doink is just non-existent, right? I mean, I didn't do much research on this, but I know he was involved with making a crypto, which is for silly reasons. But Logan Paul's CryptoZoo, says coming 2023/2024. We will see. We will see where this goes. But what do you guys think? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Does everything that Logan Paul say is factual, or do you guys still side with COFFEEZILLA? Are you guys in between? I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of the in-between kind of thing. I see Logan Paul's statements, and then I see COFFEEZILLA's statements. I'm glad Logan Paul stated everything that COFFEEZILLA was saying, which, thank God, I mentioned in my video, so we can talk about it. But I don't know. Do you think there's still something missing? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. So anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, thank you guys for the support for the past couple videos. Appreciate you. So yeah, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.